Pool, and at the top level in this country presented the Dry Blackthorn UK Professional Championship.
Frank's still in the business of trying to live it down. Well, last night on the Barrett Duff promotion at the Royal Albert Hall, he had his second comeback fight, this time against a white American, Jeff Jordan, a former plumber who only took up boxing at the age of 25 to get some money to complete his university studies in microbiology. Well, Bruno got a rousing reception from the Albert Hall fans. Let's join it at the start of a scheduled 10 rounds. And Frank Bruno tonight, for once, meeting a man considerably lighter than he is. Though he looks quite a bulky customer, Jeff Jordan, this white American, weighs only 14 stone 7 3/4, and he comes into the ring 22¼ pounds lighter than big Frank Bruno, who goes 16 stone 2. This is the second confidence booster fight for Bruno after the bone-crushing performance. James Bone Crusher Smith knocked him out in 10 rounds back in May and dented the 100% winning record of Big Frank. Jordan came to professional boxing late in life. He's 30 years old now. A couple of inches shorter than Bruno. Gone back to university to study medicine. Needs a bit of money to keep his studies going, and so he's taken up professional fighting late in life. He's a married man with 4 children. Jordan from Columbus, Ohio. 20 pro fights behind him, Jordan. 3 defeats. Not a bad record on paper, but when you look at the opponents, there aren't many of them that you've ever heard of. The big ramming left hand of Bruno getting to work in the American's face. Big ones to the head of Jordan, manages to take them. And already the American's face, particularly under the eyes, very reddened and bumpy. He's now escaped from that ramrod of a left hand. Well, we've seen men fold up before this from those sort of right hands from Bruno, so Jordan at least is showing a little bit of durability in that first round. And it was walked, absolutely walked by Bruno, who didn't look as though any confidence was lacking there. His 24th professional fight tonight, 22 wins and just that 1 defeat behind him. While Bruno was scoring with every sort of punch there, and these big ones to the head. Good punches, but nonetheless Jordan took them well.
Seconds out, round 2.
Jordan a little slow to come off the stool. You can see his problem here, giving away more than 1.5 stones and a couple of inches in height and a lot of reach. So he's got problems even in getting close to Bruno, and every time he tries to get in close, he's liable to walk onto something rather unpleasant. Well, Jordan comes with a reputation of being a slow starter. And all the talk in the Jordan camp when they arrived here was that if they could get past the first 2 or 3 rounds, then their man would begin to look useful. Bruno is a magnificent specimen, he really is. You can criticise his mobility, I suppose. And certainly his chin's been shown to be vulnerable a couple of times. But he is a most impressive specimen of manhood, and he does put his weight behind his punching. Bruno seems to me these days to be a good deal more controlled than he used to be. He's not always looking for the sudden explosive win. He's working away here behind the jab and waiting the chances to put the right across. And he's giving Jordan no respite. No, he threw him down. Another big right from Bruno. And again, Jordan takes it. Blinks. Well, at least they found an opponent here who doesn't fold under the first big punch. He's having to take a few. So Jordan shows himself to be a man of strength. Possibly can punch himself a bit. He's had 11 inside the distance wins in his 20 fights. Been a pro since September 1980. Just a few months after Bruno won his ABA title at Wembley. So in terms of time, he's been a pro longer, a couple of years longer than Bruno. The ice pack being applied to one of the various lumps and bumps that have appeared on his rather rugged face. Jeff Jordan from Columbus, Ohio.
Seconds out, round 3.
Again, Jordan a little slow to come off the stool. Bruno mixing punches quite well. We've seen some good jabs. Now the left hook's coming to work. We've seen a couple of good right crosses. Big frown of concentration on Bruno's forehead. Again, the left hook swept past the defending right hand as though it wasn't there. And Jordan has got very little to offer here except courage, I'm afraid, being picked off unmercifully. And Jordan's showing, Bruno is showing surprising speed of punch here, moving fast and well. And now the American's got a bad cut above the left eye, and he's not going to be able to go very far with that, I can tell you. He's got a bad cut above the left eye, spurting blood. Round 3. I don't think Sid Nathan's really seen it yet, hasn't had a chance to get a good look at it. Quite a nasty cut, in a bad place. Nathan giving him every chance. He's seen the cut. You're having a closer look at it now, Sid. All one-way traffic. And Sid Nathan has now seen enough. And Jeff Jordan, quite rightly, is rescued from further punishment. Cut above the left eye and being punched from pillar to post around this Albert Hall ring. Never had a chance. This morning's papers were divided about the merits of that win. Some thought it was all too easy and that Jordan was just a punch bag, but I tend to side with the Daily Mail, whose man, Peter Moss, praised Bruno's work. I thought Frank punched fast, showed plenty of variety, and a left jab that could worry better men than Jordan. We shall find out if that's true when he faces better men than Jordan. His next opponent, by the way, is another American, Tommy Thomas, at Wembley on November the 27th, the night when Britain's top two middleweights, Tony Sibson and Mark Caylor, clash for 3 titles, British, Commonwealth and European. All that is in store for you in Sports Night. By the way, promoter Mike Barrett is to appeal against a decision